Hey girl, it's Coach B. Wiley. Probably the best advice I would give a client that hired me. Let me just act like you're my client, you're hiring me. And you told me that you met a guy, you've been dating, let's say about a month or so. And you like this guy, he likes you, he's being consistent, you get along, you like his personality, and vice versa. However, you know that what you really need, he isn't showing up as that. However, in your mind, you're tricking yourself to believe that he will become this ultimately fictitious character that you've created in your mind. And he will begin to play this role of a man that you've jotted down over the years on with your pen and paper on your list. However, he's showing up dang near polar opposite. But you say he has the potential to become who and what I need for him to be. If the potential word comes flying out of your mouth, I need for you to understand it's not going to work. And I say it's not going to work because it's not going to work. Now, you can be all you can be and keep on going with this dude and hope and pray and wish that he will shift into someone else. However, from my experience, the experience of others, and what I've literally learned and educated myself on, is people change if they see that there needs to be a change. And generally, if they see that a change needs to be done, sometimes they just don't want to do the work to do it. And it is what it is. However, a lot of women, such as yourself that's watching this, you put so much weight on his potential versus moving that weight and shifting it to the person that he's showing you he is. Because if you did that, you would see all the things that he does, his DNA, his makeup, his character, who he is day to day, who he is literally from the inside out. And that person isn't who you want to be, who you want to be with. However, because again, maybe you're just getting out of a relationship, it's cold outside, you don't want to be single. Maybe you've been single for quite some time. You're tired of being single. Maybe you're a single mother and you're tired of carrying the weight on your back and you just want the weight to be off your back. At least distribute it out a little bit, something. And so you're going to roll with it in hopes that who you need for him to be, meaning, and what I mean by that, who you need for him to be, it means his energy needs to match your energy. So if you're a goal getter, goal, Goal, if you're a goal getter, if you're driven, if you're full of energy, life, light, if you have a healthy lifestyle, if you're a saver, if you're super organized, you have structure. However, you meet this guy, sure, he has a job. However, he hasn't been on it that long because he tends to job hop. And he doesn't see a problem with that. With you, you've been on your job and stabilized for the last 5 to 10 years. You have your 401k going. Him, yeah, sure, maybe he has his job, and I'm giving different scenarios. Sure, he has a job. However, he's technically a temp, and he doesn't have health insurance, doesn't have a 401k, and he really doesn't see an issue with that. He really doesn't really go to the doctor unless something's wrong with him or he feels like something is wrong and he can't get out of the bed. Or maybe you're a woman who's dating a guy who likes to smoke weed. And you know, you don't like it. You don't like the smell of it. It literally makes you nauseous. However, he said, oh, you know what? One day I'm going to stop smoking. And you're just waiting on that one day. And that one day could never come. Or it might come 10 years from now. So why is it that you're okay with thinking about what his potential is to be that CEO, that business owner, to be on time, to stop job hopping, to actually get health insurance, to want health insurance, to want to take care of himself and his skincare and his body? And why are you okay with him going to church once every 2 to 3 years, and that's at a funeral or a wedding, versus, you know, you want to go to church every Sunday, but you know he believes in God and he has the potential to go to church with you maybe once a year. So you're going to hang in there. It's like, man, we got to stop this potential stuff. because whoever he is, specifically, if he's at a particular age, that's who he's going to be. And if you know that you love yourself like you say you do, and you scream it loud and proud, and you're beating your chest about your worth and how worthy you are of a good dude, then you have to really ask yourself, if I love myself, why do I continue to entertain, engage, and date guys with potential after I realize that they're just really not matching what I'm putting out there? They're actually a step below where I'm at, and they're comfortable with that. It's one thing to be a step below, and this doesn't make anybody less than anyone else. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we're all on our levels. Like for me, I don't make six figures. And so for me to date a dude that makes six figures, and me, I'm trying to be all I can be. I'm actively evolving every day. So he can see what I'm doing by my work. And so he'll be like, oh yeah, I see what she's doing. She gonna match my fly. And think about it on the other end. If a dude brings that energy, like you make six figures and he doesn't, he makes half, but you see him on that grind, brainstorming, coming up with ideas, bouncing ideas off you, trying to pick up hustles, trying to get promoted at his job, that's more than potential. That's him out here in these streets working, doing what he has to do. Potential is not him talking. And a lot of people, specifically men, when you see them and you think they have potential, they'll talk a good game, but they're actually not doing anything. And or you'll see something in them that they don't see in themselves, and you'll try to push it on them. Your thoughts, your ideas on who they could be based on your opinion and how you feel. And they might not feel the same way, and they're going to probably give you some pushback from pushing up on them your ideas. So when you're in these situations, and I gave you just a few scenarios there, when you're in these situations, when you find a dude that has this potential to be whoever it is that he says he wants to be, or you see him being, just let him show you who he is consistently, and then go from there. That's what you base your judgment on. And by judgment, I mean, that's when you then decide, is this going to jive with me or is it not? Because you wrote your list. You know what's on your list. You know what you desire. You know what your deal breakers are. So if it's not matching, it doesn't mean he's a bad guy. It just means he's the wrong guy. And if more women would decide the guys with potential aren't the right guy, and then maybe down the road, maybe you could spin the block, because people change, right? But it's not your job to get him to change. It's not your job to push him into change. It's your job to just watch him be all he can be, because we in the army, right? And take it from there to decide if that will work for you. And it ain't no drama if it don't work. It ain't no subliminal messages on social media. It ain't no cussing folk out. It's just like, I appreciate this experience that we had. However, I'm going to go ahead and exit stage left. And that's it. And that's all you got to do. And you get that blessing blocker out of the way so you can see your boo that's around the corner, and so he can see you. Because he can't see you as long as you're dating potential. You want to date your person, not potential. So who is ready in the comments? Let me know. To date your person versus continue to date potential. Let me know. Talk to you later.